what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Hot Toys Alien Big Chap 6-scale figure. Now this is a 2.0 version of the Big Chap from Hot Toys. Wow, now this is definitely amazing news to me. This is easily one of my most all-time anticipated figures. Now Hot Toys did do the Big Chap like many years ago. I think it's been over a decade ago if I'm not mistaken. So we are just now getting like a 2.0 version of this particular version of the Xenomorph, you know, from Ridley Scott's 1979 Alien film, which is one of my all-time favorite films. So I'm definitely excited about this. This is definitely like a must-buy for me. And I'm already hearing like some good things about it too, you know. But anyway, I'm going to get into this right now. Okay, here's the Hot Toys Alien Big Chap 6-scale figure. Wow, now this is definitely awesome and exciting news to me. And it's been like over a decade since Hot Toys gave us a Xenomorph 6-scale figure based on this particular version of the Xenomorph, like the original like Big Chap, like the HR Giga version. So yeah, this is definitely awesome news, and this is easily like one of my most anticipated figures of, like, you know, I guess next year of all time in general, period. This is definitely exciting news, and I'm already hearing that they think it's like a much better like looking Xenomorph than the previous version, because you know this is like the 2.0 version, and again this is just the second time that Hot Toys has done this, so that's why it's definitely like exciting news. You know, I know a lot of people definitely probably have been waiting for this particular figure, you know, because I'm definitely on board for this, and this is definitely like a must-have for me. The Hot Toys Alien Big Chap 6-scale figure. Now the Hot Toys Big Chap 6-scale alien figure will have multiple interchangeable hands. He will also have an extendable inner jaw, a wire tail, plus he will also have interchangeable hands with like bending fingers, so you can put the fingers like in dynamic type poses. And besides that, you know, he does have like, that's just basically like the standard stuff that it has, because it is like light on accessories. But still, I think this is definitely like a must buy, you know, an awesome looking figure. I wish we can get a better look at the actual stand itself. We can't really see that too well, because from what I'm hearing, it's like remains of like a Xenomorph or something like that on that, even though it was only one Xenomorph in the original Ridley Scott film, you know. But still, I think this is awesome though. Now the Hot Toys Big Chap figure will stand 36 centimeters tall. So I am noticing right there that he is a much shorter Xenomorph than the upcoming Scorched Xenomorph based on Alien Romulus, because that particular Xenomorph, and I believe that is like the largest Xenomorph they've made yet, is 44 centimeters tall. So I can tell that this particular version of the Xenomorph, like the Big Chap, the original one, the original Xenomorph Alien, is only 36 centimeters tall. So you can tell right there that it won't be as tall as the upcoming Alien Romulus, like a Scorched Xenomorph, because that one is 44 centimeters tall. There's also a special edition version of this particular piece, which will come with an alien metal collectible card. So I think that's pretty cool. If you get like the special edition version, you would get like this alien metal card. So I think that's kind of awesome. And again, I think that's like just like in the special edition version. So I believe it's probably like two different versions once it's actually go up for pre-order, you know. Now I think the likeness to the Big Chap Xenomorph from the original Alien film is definitely superb, from my opinion. It really looks just like how it looked in the film. I'm sure there are certain like inaccuracies with it, but it still does look like very awesome looking to me. Very good looking, from my opinion. You can see like the articulation that it will have too, like in its body and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. I see they got the dome, like the skull, where you can see the skull inside his dome. It looks pretty cool. He has like this wet like look to it too, which I think is pretty cool too as well. It also looks very realistic too. You would think this was actually like the real like Xenomorph or the Big Chap himself, like the real alien itself. You wouldn't think it was like a figure, you know. It looks pretty cool though. I think the likeness is definitely on point, from my opinion. It really looks awesome to me. Definitely the Xenomorph I would have preferred from Hot Toys. If I had to pick only one Hot Toys Xenomorph, it would have definitely been this one. Now the Big Chap does have the extendable inner jaw too as well. I'm noticing now that is what they is really calling that now, the inner jaw, because I know it used to be a lot of times like in the past where people refer to the alien with the Xenomorph's like teeth that comes out, the inner jaw, they called it the tongue. But now I have been hearing them call it inner jaw like more and more. It's like it got to become like the standard now. They don't call it tongue, but it does have the extendable inner jaw. I do hear that there'd be some issues with that too as well, like it could break if I'm not mistaken. And apparently Hot Toys has newly developed the Big Chap's head and dome. which you can see right here in these pictures. So apparently this has been like redone. It's not like how the previous version do, because I know a lot of times when Hot Toys do like 2.0s, a lot of times they keep like what the first 1.0 version had. They don't really change it too much, but I'm hearing that they really did like nail this one down, like, you know, changed a lot of it, like the dome. You can select the skull of the Xenomorph inside the dome and stuff. This pretty awesome. This pretty cool. Again, you can see that the detail that is going into this new 2.0 Big Chap from Hot Toys, because you can see where Hot Toys still claims that the bodies are meticulously recreated, so it's not the same as the 1.0. Because right here you can see the I think they call those dorsals, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like the fins, like on the back of the Xenomorph. So those look pretty cool. I wonder if you have to put them on, or they already on. I'm not too sure. I know other companies you have to attach those, so I'm not too sure how like Hot Toys does it. But still, that does look pretty cool though. I like how wet and gooey it looks. It looks awesome. Yeah, I like the stand that comes with the Xenomorph, even though it says that, well, Hot Toys, I think, is proclaiming that it's remains of like other Xenomorphs, when there was only one Xenomorph on the you know, on that first one. So I don't know where they get, but where they get that from. But it's still pretty cool though. I like how it looks. You know, you can look at like it's acid all around the stand and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. I think it's so awesome, and I am happy that it's not like a very, very large stand. It would take up a lot of space. So I think that's pretty cool too. Now, the pre-orders for the Hot Toys Alien Big Chap figure haven't gone live yet, and I usually like to wait before I do like my preview videos. I usually like to wait till I know the actual announcement date or the release date for when that particular figure is getting released. But I just chose, you know, to go ahead and do it, because most of the time the figures, I have to be honest, most of the time they don't ever release like when they are scheduled to release. They'd be always like delayed, or they'd be like late, you know. So I'm kind of that's why I'm kind of thinking about kind of letting the release dates go, because they never come like on time, you know. But yeah, this is definitely like a must buy for me. And I'm also noticing that this particular version of the Xenomorph is only 36 centimeters tall. I think it said 36, right? Whereas like the no, I think it's 33, 33 centimeters tall if I can remember correctly. But the Scorched Xenomorph, the upcoming one based on the Alien Romulus, now that one is 44 centimeters tall. So right there we can tell that this Xenomorph is shorter than that one, because as far as I know, the Scorched Xenomorph is like the largest Xenomorph now, period, in like the Alien films, because it used to be like the dog alien, or you can say the runner alien from Alien 3. It used to be that one, like the dog Xenomorph one, but now it has become the Scorched Xenomorph, if I'm not mistaken, which is like the largest one of the Xenomorphs now. So it is kind of cool seeing they're staying like accurate to like the size of like the Xenomorphs, you know. And I'm hoping that we get like an updated version of like Ripley, like a 2.0 like Ripley. That'd be so awesome if they do that. But I know that one hasn't been like a decade or 10 years, I don't think, since that Ripley was released. So I do hope we get like another version of that to go with this particular figure. Now, nothing else too, I was noticing too, like the stand itself, like the diorama base itself, they're saying it's based on like a Xenomorph's remains. So I was kind of curious that Hot Toys did that. It looks cool, and I'm glad that it's not too massive, like too large. But the Xenomorph that was in the first one, like the Big Chap alien, you know, that was the only one in there. So that's why I'm kind of curious why they chose to do it that way, you know. But anyway, this is still like definitely like a must buy. Definitely like on my top, you know, like one of my top anticipated figures of like, I'm assuming like next year. That's probably when they were released. But anyway, please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.